I'm gonna surprise you with all these cool things today. So I want to thank you all for being here. Those of you who are here, those of you who will be here later, you're gonna wonder what's going on. So I'm just gonna give you a heads up and let you all know right away what we're doing. So first and foremost, I am working on multiple projects, as you can see right here. So I'm going to try my best to be able to work on these things where I'm behind the camera today and not in front of the camera. So I want to thank you all for being here. I want those who are here, I'm going to give it a couple minutes just so I'm going to have me a little cup of coffee, my 7-Eleven cup. You know, if you get one of these cups, by the way, 7-Eleven cups, they're really cool. You can always refill them forever. Just remember, you can always do that. That's pretty cool. Anyway, that's not a shout out. It's a shout out to 7-Eleven, but they're not one of my sponsors because I don't have any sponsors yet. But soon. But I do have a sponsor, but it's like, sponsored. It's not, anyway, so there's a couple of people who sponsor my channel, and I want to say thank you so much for that. For the most part, I want to say thank you all for just being here. Those of you who are here. What we're going to do, we're going to do some cool artwork today, and I'm going to go ahead and just kind of talk some of the cool stuff. These have been some of the creatures I've been working on, and so when you work on creatures, you tend to have a lot of creatures because, that's what happens when you start making stuff. You end up having a house full of stuff that you make, and eventually you either have a studio or you have trouble in your marriage. But so you have to start doing stuff with the art that you do. Otherwise, you will have trouble, and you don't want trouble. No, 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 no. So what do we have here is 3D pen. What I also have here is some things right here. This is called one of the E600 like epoxy. We're gonna use some of this to fix some of the trouble that we have today. You have here what Gremlin, this guy here, his Argus. Hey everybody, it's Argus. So this Argus, pretty much my mascot, Gremlin. I have a 3D pen here. We're gonna do some cool stuff with it. And what I'm gonna do, this also is Milliput, and I have this beautiful, beautiful. We had won awards with this one, but I want to just refix her face, and I thought, you know what? What's the best way to refix someone's face than to just fix it with Milliputs? Let's go give her a makeover too. So the job of today's lesson is just do it. Just think and do it. Don't think about too much stuff. Just plan it out. Go ahead and just enjoy it. So this one is about just get into it, get right to it, and let's go ahead and just start the stuff. Because right here we're gonna go and do some cool stuff. Thank you all for being here. We're gonna go ahead and just jump right in. And first and foremost, I want to say thank you all for being here. Today is Happy Tuesday. Some people say it's Taco Tuesday, and on Taco Tuesday, they get tacos. And so I didn't get any tacos on Taco Tuesday because, that would be kind of cool, but I didn't have any. So it's going to be not Taco Tuesday for me. And this is going to be a 3D pen. So what happened? We went to a trip to Hobby Lobby, right? And Hobby Lobby is pretty cool. It's out there on the island, and we live here in Queens, New York. And anyway, so what I'm going to go and plug in my 3D. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining. I'm going to plug in my 3D printer here, my 3D pen. What we're going to do a whole bunch of stuff. For example, see this here? I'm going to give it a second coat. This right here, it's on one of my dinosaurs here. I might do a little painting to him. This here is Argus, and Argus is like, hey, everybody, this is Argus. And so Argus is pretty much a cool creature that we love. We all love him because he's a masking tape gremlin. Well, he's a gremlin, actually, because he has 4 fingers. And this one here, this beast right here, Oh, my channel is pretty much, I'm doing like all these cool little art things, and I'm going to be doing some stuff to fix some things that are broken today. And today is going to be, normally I do this on Wednesday, but I'm like, you know what? Usually on Wednesday, I'm driving my daughter. We're teaching her how to drive. So thank you so much for joining the channel. Definitely, I'll follow you back if you follow me. But for the most part, though, I'm going to do some cool stuff, and we're going to go ahead and work on something. So let's start off with, I guess we start off with this one. Let's go ahead and do this one. This one here is my mask. If you look on some of the before, I did a couple things here. This is a mask made of masking tape and cardboard, right? And so what happens is that when I use it, it's like this way here. I decided to make like a cool hand print. This is my hands right here, you see? And what I did was I put it like, upside down. Why? So then when I hold it, it's like, anyway, so like that. So this is the one, like that's the other side too. So it's kind of like that. So it's kind of like upside down, but I want to do it because at the same time, though, I thought about having like upright like this or something, but that's kind of been done. And also like there's a Mandalorian type hat, that has like that. I think it's, I forget what it is, Vizsla? No, I think Vizsla's mask. Something like that, but it's like this one here like that. So I was like, let me have like this. Why not? This is my snow mask. I made this on like a couple days ago. And a couple days ago, I made it just so that I can actually use it for when I was snowing here in New York. And it was like a pretty like whiteout situation. So I was like, let me make something that has like where I can use the eyes and all that stuff. So here's this, right? So you have it where you can see the eyes, right? On the other side, you can see it. These are the eyes. I made this, and it's all pretty much a simple thing. But when I gave it a coat of paint, it looks like that. It's pretty cool. So it's pretty nifty. Thank you all for watching that. Okay, what I have more, I'm going to go ahead and do some cool stuff with this. Let's go ahead and jump onto it. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Ellie. I really appreciate it. What I'm going to do now is I have this here, and I have to go ahead and install my we went to Hobby Lobby and we got this really cool thing of 3D print filament right here. This is a 3D print filament. And so this is blue. I'm gonna take this out of here, gonna put this jammy into here, and we're gonna go ahead and do some things with it. So while that's going on, I'm gonna go ahead and work on some more stuff. So let's go ahead and open this jammy right here. This is the first time opening this up, and I'm just really excited to do this because you know what happened to filament? It's just like, it's like this is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So you're seeing it for the first time, like I'm seeing it for the first time. This is the whole filament. I have green filament, and I've made a lot of different 3D printers. For example, let me show you some of the 3D printed things that I've made. Right, here's my, I have them here on my rings. These are my rings, right? So these are 3D printed rings that I've made, right? I have a whole bunch of these, but these are like tire rings. I call them like my tire rings. And what happens, I made them not with the freehand pen, I made it with my 3D printer. And this kind of got me into the whole masking tape thing because it takes like 20 minutes to make this ring. And for making a sculpture this big, it took 8 hours. So when I started making masking tape stuff, I was able to really do this as quick as I possibly can with masking tape, as opposed to, you know, waiting for the 3D printer. And sometimes it would just make a whole bully shape where all the things just came undone. And that'd go wild. So when you have like 3D printed stuff, that's one of those things where you're just like, you know, you don't want to like, you know, make it something 3D printed and it not work out fine. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go ahead and just get some of this filament free. So this is like beautiful. You see how this is? This is vacuum sealed, baby. All the moisture is not in there. There's no moisture. And when you break the seal on this thing, it's just fantastic. Right, so here we go. I'm going to have to cut it. So this is my 3D pen. I'm going to go ahead and just get that sucker all ready for you guys. Thank you so much. Please continue to give a like and a thumbs up in the chat. I totally appreciate it. Ask me any questions, by the way. I just love when people ask me questions and things that are relevant. Don't ask me some dumb question about something else. like, you know, I live here in New York, so in case you want to ask that question. But if you want to know about how New York is, you know, I have a friend of mine. He has a book, right? Matter of fact, why I'm inspired to do this, because my friend of mine, he wrote this book. And I'm just like, make a keychain? Oh, keychain, that's a cool idea. You know? Oh, what, the keychains or okay, I was just reading the chat. What happens, like a friend of mine, he wrote a book, and so what inspired me to do this today, I'm going to seal this back in, by the way. Oh, this is gorgeous, right? You see this? This is a piece of gorgeous material right here. This, my friend, is just like, I've made a lot. I have a lot of things that are made from this, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. So this is the start. I guess this is the start. Okay, this is the start right here. All right. This is the start. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a couple, like, let's say, for example, let's do this much, right? Worst case scenario, I have to add more, but let's go ahead and just do this much. Oh, snap, it's all unraveling. Okay, so here we have that. This is this, so here goes to that. I'm going to just put it back through. That way I have a set amount. That way I don't do too much. And we're just going to do like just a couple test runs. What I want to do, I'm going to see if it can make like a ball. Because a friend of mine has a book, right? I'm going to show you the book that he has. And you can get the book on Amazon. I could tell you the name of the book, and then you show you the book, and you can see it. And so this is one of my friends from work, and but he's also a friend. When I had my art class, he came to support me when I did my art stuff. So he came to visit. So I want to just kind of give a shout out to him. I'm going to show you his book in just 1 second. Let me just get this thing situated so the whole thing doesn't unfurl. Because for example, you see this? You see how it just kind of started to unroll? Well, that was amazing, actually. So I'm just going to sew this back in, right? Sew this back in so that it stays put, and I'm going to use only this amount of filament, right? Because filament, man, this is like miles, man. I can make a million things with this. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited about this. This is like so cool. I can make a million things with these things. See, because filament is just a lovely, lovely invention. It's plastic. It's like it's almost like PVC plastic, right? And you can do a lot of things with it. My dinosaur fell down. So I'm just gonna get this here. So now I have a dinosaur here, right? Another dinosaur. This is like Carnotaur dinosaur, and I have a bunch of creatures, and then there's like Argus kind of sitting over there just kind of chilling. What I'm gonna go ahead and just clip this right here. This is my trusty dusty scissors. My scissors called my Cutco scissors. You've seen it before. These are like can cut through metal. Okay, these are my super scissors. I used to be a knife salesman, and I sold everything, man. Let me tell you. For the most part, though, not everything, but I sold a lot of things. And let me put this back in the bag to keep this fresh and good. But this is the most beautiful thing you can see today. This is the most beautiful thing right here. See this? Look at this. This is just so nice. This here, I paid $14 for this ream, and this is miles and miles of miles and miles of we call it filament. This is PLA filament. Right? I'm gonna put this sucker right back up in here, right, like this. You want to keep the moisture out of this bag. Very important. Keep the moisture out of this bag because this is one of those things that. Where's the container? I just have the container. Oh, where are you? Where did I fling that thing in my rage? Oh, here, right here. It goes right here. Right here. So this right here, I'm gonna put this back inside here, so that way it keeps it nice and contained and duty free. So here's that. So this is like, this has no name to it, but I was really glad to get this for just the price. So put this back in here. Here. Okay. Enough talk. So we have this one here, right? This is this, and that's sitting over there waiting for me. I put this jammy in here, so there it goes. This is it with that. I'm gonna seal that back, and there's the price on it. It's $14.99 for this one, right? And I got it at Hobby Lobby, baby. So Hobby Lobby, a 3D printer filament. Okay, now let's see if this works first and foremost. So what we're gonna do is this, right? We're gonna put this in here. This is the reader. It's been a while since I used this, but so here it is. I'm gonna go ahead and feed it in, and when you feed it, you down. Yep, it's going in. And when it comes in, it comes out on the other side, right? Let's put the jammy away over here so it's out of the way. This is like a pretty cool thing. Now, I haven't really thought about what I'm going to make. Well, no, I'm going to show you the book. That's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the book that my friend made. And so it's so much reams of that wonderful things. Let me go and show you the book. Now, I am definitely not going to try and show you too much of the book, but I want to show you the name of the book. This is written by one of my friends. His name is Jonathan Diminick, right? And he wrote this book called Tiny Feathers. Now, I can't show you too much about it, but I can show you some of the cool stuff about it. So he has a really cool bird here that I want to just kind of show you. So I'm going to do, let's see if we can make this bird, right? Make this bird from the front cover, right? And using 3D, you know, I can sculpt this with masking, so that's not a trouble. What is a challenge would be to actually make him in the thing without damaging the book, without damaging anything. Make a copy of him. So I'm going to see if I can just do that and give you guys like a heads up how I do this, right? As I do it. So right here, I'm going to put like a little shield, a little plastic shield on it, right? Right over the book. Now, I hope not to intend to burn the book because, you know, this is one of those things. Don't burn books. So here you go. Don't burn your friends' books, right? You don't do that. So what you want to do, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of give it a shot and see how this all works out, right? With blue. So let's go ahead and do this. And in the meantime, I have a couple more things I'm going to work on too. But first, let's do this. The main thing, keep the main thing, the main thing. Hope you guys can see this. All right, so here it goes. And so with the thing with a 3D pen, have this sucker come through and all right, so now you have that. It's all been fed. And then when you go through it, you have the speed of it all. And then when it comes through, it's being fed. Yep, it's coming through. But it hasn't come through as of yet. But see. All right, here it comes. Hopefully it pops out. Yep, here it goes. Right, so there's that. So let's do this. So there, oh, I had some paint from before. So let's go to this. You seen it? Okay, cool. All right, let's do this real quick. All right, go ahead and do this. It has a mind of its own. Okay, so you have that. All right, it's there. Okay, right there. Let's go ahead and do the feathers. Like that. Like that. All right, let's go back to the feathers. Back around. All right, so we're gonna go some more. All right, there. I got the wings, got the feathers. All right, so you have that. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of over the top of the head, make the hat. So what you're doing, you're taking the plastic, right? And you're just making the plastic kind of follow the shape. So you're pretty much just doing that, following the shape of it, right? And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and see if I could just make it more easy. When you do 3D print, you can go up and you can do stuff like this. And then you can like go across and then down, right? But when you do something, you have to kind of like make like little bridges and stuff like that, right? So you have that part. And see, I have to be careful not to go over and touch the book. See, because right now it's not touching the book. See, it's like it's kind of just that there. So we're going to just do this real quick. And it's going to do this and then make this like so. Mm-hmm. See, and you can do a lot of cool things with the 3D pen. You don't have to have it like one continuous line. You could take it and move it aside. But let's go ahead and let's just fill in the blanks, right? Let's go as much as we can. All right, just kind of fill in the blanks. And I have a little, oh great, of course you're gonna mess up. But you know what? Just keep going with it, you know? So what, this is the first try. And then as we're going through this, you just kind of keep making stuff and you see how it goes. All right, and try to touch it. What happened was like, okay, let me just get clear real quick. All right, good. Let's try again. All right, here it goes. One. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You're right. This book is pretty cool. A friend of mine, he made this, and I was like really encouraged by the fact that he was able to make this book, and that, I'm just kind of giving a shout out to him for his effort. And I want to see if I could just kind of make this with a 3D pen. But the thing is, what I'm gonna try and do too, I'm gonna do more like a roundy type thing. I don't even touch this. See this thing? You can't reach and touch it. You gotta use like a knife or something. And I'm not gonna use my my trusty dusty. I need like a metal thingy. I don't have a metal thingy here. Where's my knives? All right, let me think for a second. All right, let's go. I'm gonna do like a couple of circles real quick, because the thing about it, you want to do like a bridge, and see, it's supposed to stick, right? And you just kind of do one of these things where you just kind of stick, and as you do it, you kind of make the shape that you want, right? And when you do these shapey things, see, it's like it's coming out at different times. I have to change the speed. I'll change the speed, make it faster. All right, because if you go to like too slow, what happens? It comes out. Yeah, it goes good. A little faster. Because my hands are going faster than the layout. Okay, here it goes. It's much better. Right, so then you have that. And then now you have to kind of go upward. And as you're going upwards, you can make cool things. Like, I can't quite get it. Let me see if I can just real quick. This, and then this, and then like this, and this, and then this. Make a little star. Right, and you have to like... Yeah, you have to kind of do it, and once you do it, you make it like rise up. So I'm gonna do it like upside down. Make it like hang down, and then when it hangs down, it freezes, right? And another one. Ah! Of course it's gonna do that. And here goes this. All right, so straight down. All right, there. Let it frame up for a second. Then we're gonna go ahead and, you know what? I'm gonna have to just do it the old-fashioned way. We're just kind of take it, and then after you take it, see what happens once you get it. You can actually do one of these things where you pick it up, right? Because you're painting with it with wire. I'm gonna make the circles and then do it that way. So here it goes to this, right? And we're gonna just do this because what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to make the dexterity of it. So what I might do, I might just start again and do it better. How's that? Start again and do it better. Well. Yeah, let's do that. So here it goes. There you have this right here. This is not too bad, but let's start again. Let's do it better. Because you want to know why? That's what life's about. Just start again, do it better. So let's do it better. All right, so let's do this. So let's go ahead and do it like with the shapes. Let's go around. Let's start with the face. Oh, that's just terrible. It broke. All right, let's try it again. All right, this time we'll get it over and get it clear. All right, let's start with the face. All right, and that's clear. And then, okay, now that we got that, let's go ahead and get the, I have to hold it with something. Let's go, let's use this as like our bridge, okay? Oh, the only problem is that now it's going to be connected, sort of. No, wait. It won't be if I do this right. Okay. Nope, it's connected. Yep, all right. You did it great. Yeah, there you go. Let's try this again. We are going to do this, and we're going to do this well. You understand? Okay. You're going to watch me do All right, we're going to do this. All right, so far I've gone through a couple of tries. I did the whole thing there. I did this one here. I'm gonna do just circles, okay? Just do circles. These people make it look so easy. I kid you not. But we're gonna do it until we get it right. Boom. Let's go around again. All right, there's that. Now, oh, you can find his book on Amazon, by the way. Pretty much just type in his name and you'll find the book if you want to order one. It's pretty cool. I just want to you find this book, get a chance to look at the cool stuff he did. And so you look at that, and that's something there. This is like for me, really cool to see. Like your coworker get inspired, they go write a book, and then after that, you just want to give a little homage to them and the work that they're doing. So that's kind of the thing. That's what I'm doing here. A little homage to my boy who went out of his way to get this job done. So there, I'm just gonna give a little shout out to him. You know. So the thing is, like, it has been like a very interesting, just like the last couple of days and stuff regarding like everything. We got a chance to go and look at some really cool things like at like Hobby Lobby and then Barnes and Nobles, and I have a TikTok, right? And on TikTok I've been major emphasizing Legos and stuff. So it's been really cool because when I was a kid I was all into Legos and stuff. I'm sorry, I was into Legos, and I sell them. I sell Legos. And so what happens is that, because Legos have actually become quite an investment, because like, when you go to buy a Lego piece, it's not how it used to be when you were a kid. It's like you buy it and you play with it and stuff like that, and you put it on display. It's like it is that still, but there's an aspect of like where you have Legos, and then Legos now are becoming limited editions. For example, I got the Gizmo one, the Gizmo Mogwai Gremlin set. That was like I've been waiting for that for like forever, And so the thing is like the whole value of it is tremendous because all of a sudden, everybody's all interested in Gremlins again. I remember when I was a kid, they had a couple of spots where you can get them. I have the trading cards and the things like that. But what happened was like when I got to the level of what's the word? The level of now where they have these Legos are just complete. You're just like, man, what interesting things. Like they actually have it where you can buy Legos and your Legos are like, investments and stuff. And then, the longer you sit on them, the more they're worth. Because every year they discontinue sets. So if you don't play with the set and you have a perfect thing, it goes up in value. It's almost like, I know everybody's kind of like buying them and stuff like that. But I remember one time I had this Hulk set, right? This thing back when KB Toy Store was a thing, right? And what happened was I bought a Hulk, a Spider Hulk, right? And that Jimmy was like such a cool thing because what happens is like when you're doing this, right, you buy it, you don't think about it, but I only paid $6 for it. It was on sale on clearance and all that stuff, right? And Spider Hulk, I remember reading the comic book, and there was a time where Spider-Man turned into the Hulk, so it became a Spider Hulk figure type thing. And I was like, man, that's amazing, that's pretty cool. So what ended up happening was like my wife and I started doing collecting, like I've been collecting since 1993. So you think about how many years that is. That's like many, 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 many years. And it's like 30 something years, and 30 plus years of collecting stuff, right? And then so what happens? I don't want to mess the shoes up. This shoes is pretty cool. So he has this really cool. Oh, wait, well, back to I was saying we had the thing. So I've been collecting comic books, right? So I have like so many comics, and we went to like these warehouses and we found like some rare comics and stuff. And then what happened was like I finally got like some really nice ones, and then life be like desperate sometimes, and you got to go pay some bills. You want to eat and things like that. So what ended up happening is that you have this thing where okay, this is pretty cool. Here goes that right here. All right, so the thing is not to make it 3D. Now I've seen this guy online do this thing, right? Or I'm gonna see what I could think. I'm gonna just make some circles. Let's see if we could make some circles, and so you could do it that way. See, I haven't got through all the filament that I already got through, so I'm gonna make a circle and see if I can like circle this bird's head. So you have to make sure it doesn't disconnect. There it goes. All right. So what happens is like there's many times I had a couple comic books that I had that I sold because it was like we had to. And then it was like, and I had one in Spider-Man 300, Amazing Spider-Man 300, where the first time Venom appears as a symbiote, as an actual character Venom, and it was like that was a pretty cool thing, a pretty cool thing in terms of like, as a character, having that, because what ended up happening was like, I found out the value of it. I bought it like for like I don't know, like I don't know, maybe $20 or something like that. I turned around and sold it for like 90, which was like no, I turned around and sold it for 60. Yes, there was a guy, he wanted to buy it for me for like I don't know, $10 or something like that. But I was back in the heyday, It's back in the heyday. So this is pretty cool. See how this is? Nice. So this is cool. This is like nice. You got that there. So my thing now, I want to be able to make that thing. I saw this guys do this thing, and they were like, "This filament is so good. Okay, this is such a good filament. This is like top line, top notch filament. This is better filament I ever had in terms of like, see how strong it is. It's just like so durable. I like it, because all the other times I did this, I was like, I always had like a tough time with it. So here's like this that. I'm gonna take a picture, send this to my boy. But first and foremost, I want to 3D it more. So that's gonna take me some time, right? Let's do it. So what happens is, let me see if I can just. I want to like, they did. I saw them do this thing where they did half shape and then they combined it. So let's see if we can do that. There was like this here, right? So let's go with half a shape and then we combine the shapes. Let's do that. So we know this is the size. So let's go ahead and make half the shape of the half the size, right? Like this, and then let's go ahead and combine it. All right, this here, right? Like that. This might be the way I have to do it, like that, and then do the other, right? Because it's the size of the head. I like his bird is so cool. The bird he made, cool bird, and I'm telling you, it's like if you could support him, that would be so great. He's a really cool guy, and he definitely deserves like the support. I always find that when you support other people, it's always better. Like I have a hard time promoting my own stuff, but like I always find it much easier to promote other people's stuff. I think it's kind of like the way I grew up, with the mindset. It's my mom and my mindset about like helping other people and stuff. It always works out better when you're just trying to like help other people, promoting other people's stuff. I don't get anything for helping him, just other than the gratification knowing that, if you look on his line. So there's the name of his book again. It's called Tiny Feathers, right? Tiny Feathers Takes New York, and he just wrote it. So definitely, it's his first book. So give him some mercy. But for the most part, though, it's a book that when you look at it, it's pretty cool because he did the work to do it, and and I appreciate that. So yeah, so here goes this. So we're gonna combine this part here, right? Let's see, like this. All right. So I mean, I might have a better time actually doing this with 3D, like sculpting it. I mean, I might just go ahead and sculpt it just for the fun of it. But let's see, because I haven't gone through all of my reams yet. So let's go ahead and put this together. See, I got to figure out how to hold it. So let's see. I'm gonna put it like this, right? Like this, like this. I'm gonna go and just kind of work it like this. This, and let's put this here. Combine this, and let's see if I can do it without messing it up. Right there. Come on, you can do it, Greggy. Come on. All right, it's right here. You said it's good to talk to yourself in third person, because if you talk to yourself in first person, that's kind of crazy. So what's up, Greg? We're doing good. All right, that's much better than talking to yourself in first person. Okay, remember that, okay? So yeah, so today I had a pretty good day. Well, I guess keep the conversation going. I was like, this is really cool. This is cool here. All right, this is here, all right? And then we're gonna go ahead and just kind of see, and then this one here. Oh, you know what? I just did that without. Okay, let's see if I could just kind of combine this part here, this here, and this here. Of course, it's not gonna be pretty the first time, folks. Just bear with me, okay? All right. Because they're trying to make something that I normally do with the tape, and I sculpt the tape. I mean, I could just bust out a piece of tape and just do this, but I just thought, let me just do something a little different, something that's a little complex, and try and see if I could just get better as I go while you guys watch me do it. So that's something there. That's what life's about, It's kind of like, first you kind of stumble, but that's the one thing. This has been a year of that so far. My year is keep a promise to yourself every day. That's my thing. And today was one of those things I said, I'm gonna definitely do this live today. I said I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Dang it! All right, so here am I doing it. All right, so here's that. And this is hot stuff, so you got to be careful. And I'm wearing gloves, not for that reason. I'm wearing gloves because I was gonna do like a thing with epoxy, which I still might do. All right, so you have that. All right. Now when that dries, which I probably should make a little bit more curvy. Right? It's all about the curves, right? So I shout out to all the people who are watching right now. Thank you so much, because without this, I'd be just talking to myself, right? Hey, there's someone watching right now. So what happens is I'll be just talking to myself. Thank you so much for watching. This is like pretty cool. I hope you guys get able to hear this. Let me know if you can hear this clearly. And this is what I'm doing. So this is this head shape, right? All right, so now I'm just gonna see if I can go ahead and do that thing. I see these guys do this thing, and I'm so mesmerized by that. I'm like, okay, you guys can do this. You can make shapes. I can make shapes. I'm gonna do this with the masking tape. So let's with the thing. I also have other tools too as well to kind of smooth everything out, but I don't want to burn my fingers because I need my fingers. All right, that. All right, there's that. All right, there's that. All right, so that's have it bend outward. You see the thing. So you just kind of learn as you go, So okay, so if this is gonna happen, the shape's gonna. You want to keep it curvy, so okay, let's keep the curved shape. I'm telling you, this is pretty fun. All right, this is actually pretty fun and pretty exciting. I hope you guys are totally loving this, because I'm totally loving this. This is great. All right, so I'm having a good time with this, and I haven't gone through my whole cut piece of tape yet, or piece of reams yet. I know I could do this better, but right now, there you go. That's one piece. It's the head piece right there, right? The head piece. And then here's the body piece, which is coming out much, much gooder. This one here is the initial one, first try. First try. Okay, so first try is good. Second try. This right here. This right, this or this. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of do this right here, like so. All right, and see if I can do this. First try. See, these gloves are so cool. I bought these gloves for me at work so that I don't get my hands on the chemicals that I work with. It doesn't absorb into my skin. And these gloves have proven themselves to be awesome. These gloves are called Venom, and it's like this 2-ply to it. It's like it's industrial gloves. So when I'm working on my car, these are the gloves I use. Because what happened? I remember when I was growing up, right? My dad would always have work on the car, and he didn't like clean his fingers and stuff like that, so his fingers would be all like filthy. So I hated when my fingers got dirty with stuff. I just you wouldn't think so, right? You think because I work with like clay and stuff like that. But yeah, I hate getting my fingers dirty. That's why I do masking tape, because my hands don't get dirty with masking tape. Yeah, it's for real, for reals. And so even though I do body paint and stuff like that, and I don't paint my hands. Okay, so if you ever see it, I don't paint my hands, because I end up touching everything and it gets all over the place. So yeah, there you have it. I said it. I said it. Okay, so there's that. All right, so we have that. Let me go ahead and just I want to just let it press the button if it's gonna just auto feed. You might actually do that, until I press it again. Yeah. That's the body shape. All right, it's gonna do it until I stop it. It'll just feed. All right, so there's that. All right, so what we're gonna do, I guess we have to think about, I remember when I was in my shop class and I'm in junior high school, my teacher and we made this really cool design. He got me to think about how do you make it. You press it again, it stops. So what happens when you made me think about how to actually make something in 3D space, make something pretty cool in 3D space. So he was the one to kind of get me the whole idea about how to do that. I mean, I played with Legos before that, of course, but I never thought about the process. When you start thinking about the process of how things work, you really start to understand things, Okay, so for example, I'm gonna make another one of these, right? So the thing is, you have to kind of make one piece, right? Then you have to make another set, and you have to connect them, because otherwise you can't really work in 3D space, to make it, because you can't have the arc way. I'm just gonna press it and let it fly, because it'll you start understanding how to make everything work once you start letting it just fly. You see, you let it go, make the thing, and then you have it. Oh, thank you so much, Amy. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Amy, for your support. Amy's one of my supporters, and so she definitely helps me with my art, and I totally appreciate her for all the times, that she has a monthly subscription, and just been very, very good. So definitely, if you think about having a monthly subscription with the art that we do, you can do that, because what happens is it helps my family to make it. You know what I'm saying? So we are able to live because of your contribution. So thank you so much, Amy, for helping and for for definitely the monthly subscription. I'm hoping to get like 1,000 subscribers who will willing to pay me just a few dollars a month, and that'll help me and my family to do a lot more awesome things. Because Lord knows we love the stuff that we enjoy. You see that? Thank you so much for that. So there's that. Okay, so now, so I would give a thumbs up, but my hands are kind of busy holding this, this wiring right now. So I'm just gonna do that right quick. See, I have a tendency to kind of push the button, so I just push it and let it fly, and it'll auto feed itself. Auto feed. This is a really cool device. This is a 3D printer. We bought it. I got like 2 for 1 a long time ago. I don't know when. This is when I first started with all that, and I had no real success with this, but this is actually really good. Oh, I'm almost out. Okay, look, I'm at the end. See, this is pretty cool. I'm gonna like this very much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm gonna like it too. Thank you so much, Amy. Right, so I'm almost out of filament. So here's out of filament. I'm gonna go ahead and reload some more, okay? And this right here. So this is right here. So you can see it, all right? And this is a very hot tip, by the way, on the end of it. Like so that I'm gonna put it here so it doesn't I have to get another ream of plastic out. So this is pretty cool, pretty cool. So this is the headpiece, right? And this is the body piece. You can see it. You can see it, can't you? Yes, you can. Very, very good. Right, and you see this is where we're going with this. This is the basic routine. This is the first try. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and just kind of do some more of this. But first, I gotta get some more filament. So here's my filament out of the box. Right, my filament out of the box. I gotta get some more of that because I'm almost out of filament. That was like not bad at all for just a few bits of filament. I was able to do that much. All right, go ahead and the bummer is that I won't see my friend until the next week. So by the time I get to this, by the time he sees this, it'll be like either it'll be complete or I'll still be working on it. So that's usually how life is, by the way. Either you're done or you're about to be done working on stuff. So what I'm gonna keep working on this, but I also wanted to kind of knock out a couple more stuff. Just do whatever, do as much as you can with what you can because, you never know. So here's this at the beginning, right here. I'm just gonna grab some more extra. Sorry about that. There's more extra. I'm gonna go about 1, 2 reams. This is such a beautiful thing. Okay, so this is here, right? I'm gonna go ahead and just take some more of this out and see how much we can do in one sitting, right? I like making productions. Oh my goodness, I love making productions. This is great. So okay, I'm gonna just cut this here, right? Cut this right here with my trusty dusty cut those scissors, right? So here's this one. All right. Oh goodness. Okay, this is the. Oh goodness. Okay, let me get that pen thingy, because you don't want this thing just kind of hanging in free space, right? You see, it's not so good working on an uneven. Oh, did I shut it on? Of course you did. Of course you did. Did I just break it? Wouldn't that be crazy? Oh, okay. All right, cool. Okay, in the meantime, I just dropped the scissors. Here goes this one here. This is this. You have to do everything one-handed, right? So this is the industrial strength Cutco scissors. This is super shears, they call them. And they are super, let me tell you. So yes, and whoa, there you go, that's one. So I'm gonna put this back in this container. This is gonna be my ream I have to work with. This here, I'm gonna put it back into its container. Because this is like such a cool thing. Oh my goodness, you don't know how cool, I mean, you know how cool it is, because I keep pumping it up, saying how cool it is. But it is cool, so I'm gonna put this in here. That way I don't have to search very far to find what I'm looking for. Because right here is where it starts. Boom. All right. Okay. So see, there goes my vast improvement for what I did before. I was trying to fish all that before. Now I'm gonna put that silica gel back in here. The one you're not supposed to eat. This one here. Definitely, if you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up. If you like what you see, please encourage with support. Anything will do. So here goes the silica. Do not eat. Don't eat this. I don't want anybody who wants to eat this. I mean, is there stuff you can eat? Anyway, so there's that. I have my green ones, and the moisture got to it. Anyway, long story on that one. I have my legit 3D printer, which is over there somewhere. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna see how much I can get on this before I give up and work on something else. They say most art isn't complete; it's abandoned. Unless you're like some of my favorite artists out there who they will work on some things every week and they do some amazing artwork. Shout out to Rachel. So anyway, so one of the cool things is like, here's that. Here's this here. You're gonna raise up a little bit higher, right? So we get a better signal, I guess. And then let's go ahead and cook this fish. Cook it. Or this fish. Cook this bird. Where is my bird? Where is my bird? Okay, so this is up. Let's see. So you go up to get up. That's the on-off switch. I'm gonna go up. I need you to come up. I need you to come up. Come out. Oh no, 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 no. Not that way. Not that way, bro. You should go the other way. All right, I gotta come this way. This is the speed. This is okay. Here it goes. I'm gonna take it out. This is how you take it out. You press the button and it pops out that thing there. This is the coolest thing in the world because what it does, you see this here? It makes it so that you don't, that the part, that's a lot of piece, right? Boom. Right, now it's out and it's clear. And in the bottom it's clear too. Okay. All right. So now you're gonna feed in the next one, which is this one, right? And you have like so. And you say, here you go. Take it in. I said take it. Come on. Okay, now bring it down. Yep, there it goes. So now it's eating. Eat. And it eats. Behold, it eats. Eat, you 3D pen. Eat, I say. It's supposed to be where you can do it portably. I don't know how to make it work portably. It's like, I guess portable, plug it into the wall portably. But this has been the most successful. You don't need to do. Let's make some glasses for, no. Focus. Yes, let's make some glasses for Argus real quick. He's like, I didn't want glasses. All right, well, what? Of course you need glasses. Everybody needs glasses. No, I don't want glasses. You don't want glasses, Argus? Come on, buddy. You know you want sunglasses. Let's do this. You know what? I'm going to get you later, Greg. Yeah, of course you will. You're an inanimate object. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. So, okay, I want to give you some glasses. You know what? I will get you, Greg. All right, there it goes. It's coming out. All right. Oh, goodness. I'm touching the book with it. I'm coming out. So you better get this party started. All right, so before I totally fall off the plot, let's go ahead and make some cool eyes. Argus is like, don't do this. Okay, let's go. You know, I could actually damage him. You know, I don't want to damage him. He's like, your conscience gave away. You know, we'll try somebody else. Okay, we'll try somebody else first. Argus like, that's right. You said, all right, so we'll give you glasses, okay? I don't want to damage him, so let's try for you. Give you some glasses, lizard. All right, let's see right here. Give you some glasses. He's like, don't waste the ink. Okay, so there's that. Hello, lizard. I'm not a lizard. I'm a protoceratops, microceratops, aqualops. You're an aqualops. Yes, you are an aqualops, huh? Argus is like, don't you damage my face. And I'm like, let me just press it and let it go. Let it fly. See, there you have it, right? Am I even on point? The camera scene? Okay, it's right here. It's kind of hard to do that. I have to bend my head around the camera so I can see what I'm doing. I mean, I would look into the camera, but you know, it does a weird thing to your eyes when you do that. Oh, this is cool. All right. We have learned something, haven't we? Yes, we have. Oh, yes, we have. All right, and press it to stop. Oh, we have learned something amazing. Yes, we have. Folks, we have just crossed into a new threshold of herbs and spices. I want you to understand that you just witnessed for the first time me doing a 3D print on a masking tape sculpture. Do you understand what this means for the industry? This means a lot for the industry. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if I want to even stop. But no, you know what? We're going to keep the main thing, folks. We're going to keep the main thing. And the main thing is going to work on this thing right here. So this is what we're going to do right here. So we're going to go ahead and work on this right here, like we said. And we're going to make this board. All right, so that I keep thinking of the guy from Iron Man when they have a Mickey Rourke, and he said, "Give me my bird," and he's Ivan, who became the Crimson Dynamo. He said, "Give me my bird." There you have that. There's that there, right there. So you have the little birdie, and what we're gonna do. See, now we have a little structure there. So you have a little triangular structure. You see that, right? That's one. Then you have this one here, right? And this is what the the baseline, what it's going to look like, right? So we have a basic structure shape right there, and you have another basic structure shape right there, right? And then what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and just make this. So it's pretty cool. I get to be friends with a published author. You see that? That's so cool. He actually made a cool book, and so because he made this cool book, it's a cool thing here and there. So I'm just gonna go back and then, this is actually very, very therapeutic. I haven't done something like this in a long time. It's true, and it's coming out quite nice. The filament is just perfect. Who would have known? Who would have known? I guess God knows. And so I'm gonna work on another project soon after this one. Hopefully you guys are still there so I can show you more of the cool stuff we're working on. But it's so nice and very therapeutic. So you have that, and you press it to stop, right? You press it to stop. All right. So what we have here is this. I think what they did was that they would actually make it, and then they use, I don't know. I guess they could do that because that would be a nice little handle type thing. Okay, so we have that. Next, we have the wing structure. So let's go to the wings. Let's get clear. Let's clear this out. All right. Witness the first time doing a masking tape sculpture with a masking tape sculpture structure. There's that. Okay, so let's go to this, the head and the body. Let's do the wings. So let's do the wings real quick. So you have that. That's the wings. So let's go from here, and let's go. Shall we dance? So here, and then we do the wings. So there you see my improvement as I'm doing this. Going from just a simple concept to a full-on concept of details. There is more. I've seen these people do this thing, and I actually have the tools to make it smooth and to fill in all the empty negative spaces, But first, I don't want to breathe in all the chemical stuff, There's a lot of chemicals that you got to, take into account. But, So this 3D printer is a pretty cool thing. I have a 3D printer machine that does this for me, but I could do this myself as well. So here you have that, and we're seeing me do this, and there you have that, right? Boom. That, and then we press it to stop. So there you have the wing part, right? Now we're gonna go ahead and do the other wing. Right, let's do the other wing so we have them in perspective. Let's do that. Then the other one I'm gonna do is I have to be careful. See, the thing is, like, this book has a copyright on it, and I want to honor the copyright, and I'm not gonna spoil the book at all for you by showing you anything inside the book. That's why I'm only doing the front cover, goodness. So I'm only doing the front cover because I want to make sure you guys get a chance to indulge the coolness of his book. Thing too. Oh, I want you to understand too. Also, my kids, my wife and kids, they make this as well. And my daughter has a book that she actually illustrated too. And so her book is called. I have to go get it. I'll go get it real quick. And it's a sweet book. It's about Fluffy the bear. Called Fluffy the bear, and it's about a polar bear. And I might do something too with that. It's kind of cool to illustrate a book. And my daughter and a friend of ours who we met, whose house we've been to, and we met a long time. They took us in, and she was able to. And it took us, like, we visited them during the time we went to Florida a couple years ago, and we also were there to visit them during the pandemic, and we became good friends, right? And a lot of good things happened for us during the pandemic. Unfortunately, many people went through some bad stuff, but we had a very interesting time learning, as we were going through the pandemic. We learned a lot of things, and one of the things that we learned that there's a lot of people who are not afraid of it. They were not afraid of the situation, and what they did was that they were very this lady, she was like 80 years old, and she's like, what, I don't care. So she did not care. Everybody's talking about save grandma and all that, but we were going through this thing, and she was like a grandma, and she's like, what, I don't care. This is isolation. She didn't like the whole isolation thing. And so what happened that she wrote a book, and she actually wrote a book, and my daughter illustrated it for her, and it was really cool. And it's there. So it's a Fluffy the Bear, very cool book. All right, so that's the tail part. All right, so there's that. So now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna just kind of make a little bit more of a thing over the top right here, like from here. Oh goodness, right there, and then from there just over the top of the wings, like that, and then stop. Right there. Make sure it doesn't touch, because that's going to be the leading edge, and then just going to do the same thing on this side as well too. Just kind of here. Right, so you have that leading edge right there as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just kind of take it, and we're going to use it as a framework, right? Because you need like a bridge of sorts to bridge between two levels. You can't just work in open space. It doesn't build that way. You have to kind of build it up, you know. So I'm going to just do it from here to here. I'm going to raise it up like this, and then I have it up and down, so like that. So this is here. And then from here to here, we're just gonna go back and forth, making the bridge. So here you go. Let's bridge this thing. So here, I'm gonna hold from this edge because, well, yeah, I'll hold from this way because I have a little bit better of a holding this way. So I'll hold it like that, and then from there, just kind of up and down with it. Okay, here we go. So ready, and oh, this one. There you have it. Oh, I'm not sure if you saw that, but I'll just kind of turn to the side so you can see. This is here. What I did was this. I made it like, you see, like this. Like that. So it has like, you see the. Oh my word! You know, I never really, had such good filament before or good success with this, and as I'm doing this, it's like it's very encouraging. So now you have a 3D. So you can see it. You can see got the 3D edge right there. So you have a full-on 3D edge. There's ways to smooth this out, but first you got to make it before you can smooth it out. It's like this is the basic frame. It's like you're making Venom. So there's like that, right? So you have that. And so this is a bulgy wing, right? And then this is the wing that goes next to the birdie bird. Yes, Fluffy the Bear. This is my daughter's book. My wife just brought it for me. This is Fluffy the Bear, Norman Sullivan. This is her book, and this is a book talking about like also a published book that was pretty much, my daughter, she put it together right there. And this is the cool thing in terms of the drawing and stuff. Again, this is one of those things. Look at that, and you can find her book on Amazon as well. Very, very cool. Fluffy the Bear by Norman Sullivan. Right, there's that one. And this is a really cool book. So my daughter worked on this. All the illustrations you see is my daughter's illustrations. She made this, and I can't show you too much, but that as well. Here's some real cool books there. So there you have that one. So I'm gonna put this where you can see it, like, so definitely put your order in and get one of these books. These are as well. Get one of these books, these two. And so this is the idea. Books, or you want us to 3D print or 3D make one of the models, that we'd love to do that. This one here, I'm going to do the other side of this one, and let me just go ahead and start attaching all the parts, because you have the wings, and then you have the body, and you have the basic framework of it, right? So you have that, the body, and then you have this. Then what we have here is opportunity to make something really cool. I can't believe the hour has gone by so quick. So you have that. I'm trying to shake it too much. Sorry about that. If you guys are like, ah! But for the most part, this is where it gets pretty cool. So you have that here. Let's go ahead and just combine the head of the birdie. The birdie's head is a little tilted like that, right? And the body is like so. I think the body is like that. Okay, so head, body. All right, and he's a pigeon. So let's go ahead and make the pigeon. So like this. Go ahead, this here. Go ahead and make a little piece here, right? And then like that, and then we're gonna combine it right so really quick. Yes, you get that. All right, let's let that combine it. Now let's reinforce it, because all of life is about first you make it, then you reinforce it. All right, let's just go and do that. All of life is this pretty much. You make something, then you reinforce it. Same thing on masking tape. You make it, then you reinforce it. You make it, reinforce it. So you have that. So you have this one, right? So you got this and this, right? And you have the wings, right? So you have the wing and the tail. So I might have to just separate the tail because the tail itself, I'm just kind of cut it. I'll have to cut it with the scissors, but I'm just trying to break. Oh, this is so cool. You heard that? Oh, this is so cool. Right, so you have that, and you have that part right there. This is the head. This is the head. I'm gonna turn his head just a little bit. So I'm just gonna give it some There's a guy online and he makes this really cool like structures, right? With he makes like these action figures and stuff. I see how he does it and I understand. I understand what it takes. I realize that this is like a pretty cool endeavor to make stuff, and I think that this is something that I kind of want to do more of. You know, I'm used to doing the masking tape stuff, and masking tape stuff is awesome. And I just did a thing there with the masking tape and saw how it actually worked out to do, you know, to work the thing. But for the most part, that this is actually a pretty fun thing. So let me just show you what it looks like. This is how it is. This is right here in the head. All right, let's go ahead and add the wings. All right, add the wings. All right, so I have the structure of the wings. So you like this, and the head, and the tail, and the wings. All right, I'm gonna attach it like so. All right, and you have that, and you just kind of, as it's hardening, you gotta position it where you want it to go. All right, so you have that. There it goes like that, and then like this. I'm gonna go ahead and just position it more. Right, that. Now for the other wing, which is over here, which I probably should make the exact same approximation, but it looks like, you know, like kind of a, all right, you know, just do it and then fix it later. It says, you know, do it and fix it later. I think it's the other way. Yeah. It's like this, and like this, and like that. So here it goes. Almost there. Let's do that. We'll do the milli putt in a little bit. Definitely, if you like what you see, please definitely subscribe to my channel because it helps my family to exist in this world of AI. This is where we get to live as physical artists, get to make cool things. All right. So yeah, definitely help support living artists. And even a thumbs up can do a trick like that. So here you go. So for the most part there, here you have that. All right, now you have your tail. I'm gonna make the cool boots, right? Let's do the boots. Let's see there. This is so nice. And as it's like hardening, it's like it just kind of makes the cool designs and stuff. And it's just like it just does it. There you go. So you have the basic shape. I know you can't see this sometimes because it's kind of like this. But let's see, it's like this. I have to show you with the part to this. So here you have the There you have it, my friends. It's not completely yet, but yeah, it's getting there. So we're gonna go ahead and just keep working on this, right? And let's add some more to. Let's add some more roundness to the shape. this is not the original design or idea that I was going to go with. This is just using the front cover because I know I can't really show you the inside of the book, due to copyrights. But what I can show you is the cover of the book, and I can make the character, and then I'm gonna pretty much, figure out what I'm gonna do from there in regards to the other part where it's like inside, because I know what the structure I want to make inside. So to do that, I have to like first get through this preliminary. And the preliminary of it all is that you have to make it. You have to make it first in order for you to have the structure. So you have that one, right? So you have this. Yeah, baby. So now you have your foots. So let's make your foot. Is your feet. Now you have your feet. Sound like an idiot when you say foots. Okay, so all right. So let's imagine that a shoe is a circle. All right. Let's say a shoe is a circle. So let's make a circle. All right. Let's do that. 1, 2. I just kind of circle it up. Circle it up, circle it up, circle it up. The shoe is a circle, but yay big. Right? And stop. All right, there. And let's make the same one about the same size. All right, do that. Are you guys seeing this? I hope you're seeing this. Yeah, okay, good. It doesn't have to be perfect. Oh, goodness. The thing caught it. Okay, at the bottom. There it goes right there. I guess in a sense it has to be more perfect. Oh, good. Like that. There it goes. It can't be too. It can't like touch itself. It touch its the exit port of the thing. It has to kind of like, if it does that, it'll curl up on itself. So there's that, right? I see how to do this. I understand. Do you know you get like this aha moment? You're like, I know how to do this now. This is where I'm at right now. Yes, I'm a 3D printer, but now I'm a 3D printer who has better experience because I just kind of did the work. So okay, so now, all right. So if you want to make something go up, right? You want to make the shape. You can fold the shape, right? Like so. And I want you. Hey, hi, Linda Zoe. Say hi. Okay, so what happens is that we're gonna go like to make the thing up. You have to kind of like just little piece, right? You have a structure of sorts like this, right? Like that, and that's the structure. And then you chop it, and you make another one too. Remember, keep it away so it doesn't like mess up, right? Like that. So you have these two pieces, right? Now what you're gonna do with these two pieces, you're gonna have to connect these two to this piece there, right? And to connect the two, you have to kind of like take it apart. But first, let me do one at a time so you can see what I'm trying to do. See, because right, his feet have this thing that rises up, so you have to make it in such a way that it not only does it rise up, it has to connect. So to connect something, you have to kind of put a little bit of, turn this on here, this or that, and then like that, boom. And you're gonna take it and you're gonna stick it right on the base of his foot, right there. So you have that, and you have to kind of position it before it hardens, right, like this, right, boom. That's one. That's gonna be his foot and his ankle. See that? So you're gonna be like this, boom, right? See what I'm saying? Next one, you're gonna do the same thing too. Grab this piece here, be ready with it, and you're gonna just go ahead and you take it and you're gonna dip it right there. Right that right there. And this is this with that. All right, so you have that. So now you have this part, that part, right? Next up, we're gonna take it and we're gonna go ahead and just gonna go from top to, let's go from like, let's gonna hold from here. You gotta figure out where you're gonna hold it so you don't burn yourself. So you gotta go from here and back, right? There and then up, and then back, 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 right? There you have it, right? It's gonna go around in a circle. And then you have that part. And then you have this part. It says making that boot. Make that boot. Make that boot. You have the boot. And then come around and catch that foot. Make that foot. All right. And then boom. So you got one foot. You see what I'm saying? One foot in front of you. So let me show you. See, there you go. So you got one little foot. Boom. It's upright foot. Same thing with the other one. So now you have that. Let's just break this part off right here. Okay. Okay, at least you have a leading edge of sorts to use. Got that foot. I got that foot. All right, so you have that foot right there. And you have this one here. So I'm going to go and do this too. So I got to just kind of from here. Ah, goodness. I was going a little bit to the side. That way I got to figure out how to hold it, right? And like this. Okay, coming to the end of this thing. All right. Don't burn your fingers. Don't burn it, don't burn it, don't burn it. Uh-huh. Okay, there you have it with that. And then so pretty much you have the foot, and then now make sure the foot itself is supported. So you have like a thing, and then just kind of go around, and then make sure it looks like a boot. All right, and then you press it to stop it. All right, boom. All right, so now you got 2 foots, 2 foot soup, 2 feet soup. So you have that one there. All right, so then you have this here. All right, you got this little shoe. You got the other little shoe, and there's that. And then what you're gonna do, we're gonna attach the foot. So the way it looks, right? It's probably good to just kind of like have it attached from here to here. It's like a pigeon. It's a pigeon, right? And the pigeon has a pigeon foot. I keep saying foots, man. It's feet. It's feet. I understand it's feet. It just comes out easier when you say foots, but it's bad grammar. You don't want to have any bad grammar. Where is your grandma? She's in the kitchen. Let's see. There's that. So I have that there. All right, so I'm almost done. Let me just go ahead and just put this here, right, and then make that. All right, and then we're just gonna attach it like there to one side, right, like this. And then as it's hardening, so it's just kind of position where you want it to be, right about there. Okay, we're gonna reinforce that layer. Just gotta make sure it sticks one. Then you unite where you want to go. So there's that. Then this one here. All right, so you have that. Okay, cool. All right, you see that? You see that right there? There it goes. So there's that. He's got his feet. All right, the feet and the bird part. All right, it's getting there. It's getting there. Right. Hey, hi, Amy. Hi. Good to see you, Amy. Thank you so much for your support again. I really appreciate it. You know, I'm really glad to know you, and I'm glad that you support the art. You're awesome. You're awesome. You're awesome. You're awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm gonna have more of my coffee in a little bit. You know. All right. So there's that. All right. Okay. So there's that. All right. So I just got to go through and now kind of give him the once and for all overview. And then he has the tail feathers, right? So you got the tail feathers. You got the feathers like so, right? He's also got the hat. So what we have to do, we have to kind of just give him the tail feathers, right? Like this, you know, give him the tail feathers. We can make it more pronounced or make it exactly like how you see in the picture. I might just redo it real quick. Let me just redo a tail feather so it looks more like I'll do a triangle, because you know tail feathers are pretty much triangles. Let's make this very pronounced. Yeah, I think I might get the kids to come do this. This is actually pretty cool. This is like pretty much, you know, we've been missing out. We've been missing out because it's like the 3D printer is much harder to use than this. This is actually very easy to use, and I suggest you get one of these and you just go to town and make all kind of cool things. You know, make cool things. That's what you need to do. So there's that. It's right there. Add this here as it's like, you know, and then boom, his tail. The tail right there. All right, and we're just gonna go ahead and just kind of insert it like so, right, and until it kind of goes up. And then what we're gonna do is just gonna go ahead and you see, I'm telling you, when you understand the importance of how durable masking tape is, you will understand how delicate this 3D print is in regards to that and the difference of it. Because I mean, to really kind of fluff this up, you're gonna have to actually do a lot more work on this to kind of fill it up. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just not completely do this because you know what, I have more stuff I want to show you. But this one here, to show you how far we got in just one sitting, it's pretty good. And we're out. She's out. She's empty. She is empty. All right, this is a cool thing. This is a cool thing. This is very cool. All right, so you're looking at a pigeon. Looking at a pigeon. All right, so I'm gonna put that here on Fluffy the Bear. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna get another ream of things. But what I want to do is just I want to kind of just compare the before and after picture. You got this picture here, and you got this one here, and you got pretty much the same kind of design, right? You have a flat design, and you have a round design, right? So you have that, and you have that, and you have the initial one. This is the initial very first time we did this, and this has been really cool. All right, so what we have here is that. Next thing I want to do is I'm going to take away all the extra pieces. And now that I got the hang of this, I want to do some stuff with this one here. Give it like some cool backdrop. So let me go ahead and cut some more ink. So I'm put this here real quick. Like that, so it's there. I want kids to do this. This is like such a cool thing. We're going to round them up and be like, hey, kids, come do this thing. All right, so here's what I do this. Just like you guys don't do it. I got some more reams. This is enough reams to do a lot of cool stuff with. I'm gonna go ahead and just clip it, and then from there we're gonna go ahead and proceed to our next endeavor. You know, again, I usually just do. Oh goodness, I usually do. But oh goodness, I just crushed everything. Oh goodness, of course. Boom. And since nobody's watching, nobody saw that. All right, cool. Put this bad boy back in the thing. Tell you, this is a good piece of investment right here. It's actually, I'm very proud of this right now because this is actually a really cool situation to have. So, all right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make some cool like dinosaur props on this thing here. That I got the hang of it, and I got the juice and got the fire. So anyway, so we're gonna do. I'm just gonna talk a little more. I wonder if you guys you can see me clearly. If you can't see me clearly, it's a bummer because it's like I'm really kind of getting the hang of this thing. All right, let's see what else we can do. All right, so we did that one. We worked on that one for like the full hour. We worked on that. So I'm just gonna switch plots for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of work on this one for a little bit. I'm gonna stop here on the fluffy. This one here, pretty cool. The tiny feathers. All right, I'm gonna leave that there so you guys can see. If you guys order one from Amazon, you know, to order it today before you forget. I'm gonna reload this 3D pen and gonna do some more cool stuff with this. So let's go and reload it real quick, shall we? This 3D filament, oh my goodness, it's like the best. Okay, you have to have this one if you're gonna have it. If you're gonna do anything, just do this thing. This is really cool. So it feeds in really well. It feeds. Okay, it's coming out the other side. All right, so that means it's running low over there. So I'm gonna do some cool stuff. Let's do some cool patterns on this bad boy right here. I also have to fix another thing too, which I'm gonna use the epoxy for, and hopefully we'll do that in time, right? So I'm gonna push this out of the way a little bit so that way it's not in the danger zone, all right? I'm gonna go ahead and do this real quick. All right, so we'll do this right here. So let's go that, push the over here like so, and we're gonna go ahead and put his structure there. You can see it, and this is here, and this is here, right? This is kind of the work that we did. We have more stuff to come through with this, but you know, it's just kind of fun to do this right now, right? So we'll do that. What I'm going to do now at this point, I'm just going ahead and just going to do some cool designs on this bad boy here. Let's give it some cool pattern. Now you're probably wondering, like I'm wondering, Is this going to damage the masking tape? No, I hope not. So you have that. Let's go ahead and do some cool patterns on this bad boy. See, and this is like so fluid. It's like you can write words, but once you got the hang of it, then you got it. You know what I'm gonna do? Let's make Fluffy the bear real quick. I don't know if there's a real quick way of making Fluffy the bear. I think probably should do that in masking tape because it's like I'm a little faster in masking tape than I am with these things, especially with the whole use of the filament and stuff. Maybe it's probably the best thing to do is not to indulge in. You know what? Whatever. Let's just do what we can. This is a just do it session. Just make it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. So you have that. Right? This is pretty cool. All right. Let's go ahead and give him the cool horns. Oh man, I'm telling you, this is like, where were you like last year, huh? She just went out and bought some filament. That would have solved my problems. Waiting for the 3D printer to come along, right? All right. Cool. All right. Let's see. Let's draw some. Like making a cake. Like layering a cake. This is just too cool. This is just too cool, everybody. You see this? There you have it. All right, this is this one side. I'm going to do this one side because like this is just too cool. This is right now. I'm just looking at this and how it's like things you could do with this. It's like 3D pen, amazing. We're gonna put that there. All right, so we have the book again. Look at the different books that we have here. These are different books. One book my daughter illustrated, by Fluffy the bear. Another book that's here, a friend of mine. He illustrated it, and he also what do you call it? I bought a copy. And so this book is called Tiny Feathers Takes New York, right, by my friend Jonathan Dimonic, Diminic. Look him up on please look him up on Amazon. You can see his work on Amazon. I've been utilizing this 3D pen to make some really cool art. I'm going to stop here for now with the 3D pen. I'm going to resume a little bit later, but I'm going to go ahead and do something with the milliput. So I'm going to turn this thing off for a second. I don't know if I should turn it off. Well, actually, you know what? Turn it off. Yes, turn it off and then turn off the power. High, low. Oh, I had it on low power, huh? Isn't that crazy? Okay, so it's on low power and now it's off. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and do something with the milliput. And so what I have for the milliput is this one. I have this spider lady, right? This spider lady. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take off some of the things that I don't want to get messed up in any way. I'm going to just kind of pull her hair back a little bit. I want to give her a better face. I feel as though she is quite spectacular as a character and she deserves a really nice face. So what we're going to do, it reminds me of like I have a bunch of friends who look like her, but I know the spider part, but the face part, and I just want to make sure she is as gorgeous as they are because they are really cool people, but she also needs to be a really beautiful spider lady because why be an ugly spider lady? Be a pretty spider lady, right? That's what if you're gonna do anything, be a pretty spider lady, all right? So let's go ahead and do. Let's go ahead and fix her up. Let's fix her up real good. First and foremost, let's go ahead and just take off her book bag, right? And we're gonna just go ahead and get her to where you can see her beautiful face, which needs to be fixed. So this is what happened. I'm gonna actually do milliput for the first time. I've never done milliput in terms of like sculpting, and I'm gonna pull her hair back and just pretty much bandage it up so that it's not in the way of her face being remade. Right, so here you go. This is one here. And this is here. See her face, and she's got like she actually has wires in her metal in her legs, so that's why her legs can actually hold the pose because there's metal inside of her legs. So this is my spider lady, my second spider lady. The first spider lady was the first lady I ever made, a spider lady. You know, I actually sculpt people too, so this is one of those things where just the cool part about that is that you can actually do a really cool sculpture with people. And I remember a friend of mine, her name is Carlin, she made a document and she gave me a picture with the spider lady, and that kind of sticks in my mind. So a shout out to my friend Carlin Tan, and she ever get a chance to watch this is a shout out to her. So I'm gonna just put her hair back real quick, this one here, and keep it out of the way. So when I use the milliput, I don't mess with that, and I can just, so I'm gonna take this here, I'm gonna bandage up her hair like this, right? Take it and bandage it up. See, I like to actually braid the hair because it's like when you braid it, it's actually looks so cool when you have yarn and hair and all that stuff, and it's all good. That's always good. So you want to be able to take this off later. So the thing is, you want to make sure it's like just kind of out of the way like that, right? So you have that. So you have this. This one is going to be for something later I'm going to do, but for the most part though, I'm going to just kind of move some of the books out of the way. Make sure I move Fluffy the Bear. This is by Norman Sullivan, and this here is by Tiny Feathers by Jonathan Dominic. Right, there goes that. I want to shout out to my friend. Okay, so here's that one there. So we have this there. We're going to use the milliput. So milliput, right? See, the thing is with her face, right? This situation is like I gave her more of a face, and see, she got really big eyes in comparison to face. But let's just go ahead and just do something with this. So this is a milliput, right? I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of mix it up. I was using this yesterday to fix up the door in my house, and what happened was like I was just like saying to myself, you know what, I need to use this milliput. And so a shout out again to Marcos Makes, because it was him who showed me the whole thing about milliput, right? And so it's actually two parts that you're gonna be able to mix. Let me back the camera just a little bit more. I have a little coffee real quick because I've been kind of just not so. Thank you for the likes, buddy. I definitely love when you guys talk to me in chat because I love it when I get to interact with the people. It's two different mixtures. You have a light mixture and you have a dark mixture, right? You take it together. What we're gonna do, then take a little piece of this one, right? A little piece of this one. Squish it out a little bit, right? I'm gonna put this in a Ziploc bag so that way it's like it doesn't like lose its cool, because this by far has to be the coolest thing I've ever seen. Now, I'm not much of a clay sculptor because I aspire to masking tape. That's my bread and butter, but it's also my I don't know. I just really like masking tape again because the whole thing about getting my fingers dirty. So here it is. This right. I don't do clay much, but this is an epoxy clay. So we have you take the same amount, right? Same amount of clay like this, right? Like a little piece about this much, right? This much. Shout out to Marcos Makes because he made that, and he just did it. He just did. The man did it, right? So he showed me how it's done, and this actually becomes like rock hard in about 4 hours. So you have some time to kind of work on this stuff. So there's that, right? Again, I'm not wanting to damage any of the stuff, the books or anything like that. I'm keeping everything away from where I don't want to get damaged. This little piece right here. So this piece and this piece is about the same size as this piece and this piece, I hope. Right, what we're gonna do, we're gonna mix it together. I'm gonna put this back out of the way, kind of close it out, right? When you mix these two together, they become one. It's kind of like, like a marriage, right? So you have that two become one. So when you mix it together, they become one. So there's that. You can keep them together separately so that they don't mix in the container, because that would be messed up, So put this high, put that low, and there you have it, right? So this and this. Okay, now we're gonna take this and we're gonna squish it and work it together. Here we go. Goodness. Okay, here's this. We're gonna mix it. Let's go. Mix. Let's go. Mix this together. So this is us mixing the milliput, right? So this is milliput. And again, milliput is not my sponsor. As a matter of fact, I didn't know about milliput until like yesterday. So here goes that. This is this with this. This is milliput. And what milliput is, it's an epoxy clay. right? So I've never really worked with epoxy clay before. But this one I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna fix her face. See her face right here? Her face needs some fixing. Her face needs some fixing. Yes, it does. So we're gonna fix this face using some milliput because why not, right? Why not? Like this, why not? Right, Kate. All right, next thing I'm gonna do is after that, this will be like probably the last thing I'm gonna do tonight because oh no, I have to fix the thing that broke. See, because this is like what Marcos make. He made this thing. Marcos Cavassa. He makes these really cool dinosaurs online, and he makes the rubber sources as well as masking tape stuff. So it was, again, I always kind of give a shout out to him because it was his take on the whole masking tape usage instead of like foil or that kind of got me into the whole thing. And I'm just like, man, this is cool. Tell you. But yeah, so I told him his ears would ring because every time I mentioned this, I'd always say that he didn't teach me, like sat down with me and taught me, but what he did was that he showed how it was done. Right? Come on, don't fall off the table. He showed how it was done, and I was able to see it. And then he was making the Spinosaurus, the very first one I saw, and the Spinosaurus was so impressive that I was like, you know what, I gotta give it a try. So let's see. So what first thing I'm gonna do with milliput is I'm actually gonna try and make this lady's face right here, this spider lady's face, into something awesome and amazing. Let's put it like this so people can see her face because her face right now needs some help. So, but we're gonna just go and fix it. So let's go do that. Make this as nice and I think as possible because this is like it becomes rock hard. So that's something there. So let's see what it goes. I don't know what time it is. Anybody know what time it is? I gotta check my other time. Okay, this is here. And these are these gloves are so useful because you can use it for automotives. Make sure I don't block the book. I'll put this over here. Make sure I don't block the book. Make sure I don't block that book either. So you can see both books. I have to turn the camera just a little bit so you can see both books. This is Fluffy the Bear by Norman Sullivan. And also this is Tiny Feathers Takes New York by my brother, Jonathan Dominic. Right, so there's that. This is epoxy resin. What we're gonna do is go ahead and just keep working this milliput right here. And I'm gonna keep like kneading it and kneading it and kneading it. You do this for a few minutes until it becomes like really pliable. Then I'm gonna do this whole clay thing because I got the clay tools. I've never used my clay tools before because it's gonna be a brand new thing. Because you know what, I don't use clay so much, but you know what, it's a new day. So today's the 20th. It is rather chilly. Feeling kind of a cold breeze. Anyway, so what happens? This is here, right? So this is this. So let's see if it's good. It looks good, but it's like it looks kind of cracky still. I want it to not be cracky. I want it to be like just like smooth all aspects because I don't want it to crack when her face starts to, that'd be kind of a bummer, wouldn't it? All right. I don't know. This might work out good. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So here's this where I have to just kind of keep working this thing here. Gonna rub it and make it and rub it in the palm of my hand. Right? And then, okay, so this is like clay. This is epoxy clay called milliput. I'm gonna just kind of go ahead and let's take a bit of it. Let's go ahead and start with the eyes. I don't know what's the best place to start because again, just do it, man. That's the thing. The answer is just do it. Stop talking about it. Just do it. All right? Do whatever and just do it. So here it goes. Hello, ma'am. You coming to get your face repaired? Oh, what happened to you? Oh, you're a giant spider one of sorts? Well, let's see what we can do with that. Let's see if we can fix you up a little bit. What, do you have eyebrows? You have big eyes and you have no eyebrows? Let's go to give you some eyebrows, shall we? Let's start off with some eyes. Oh, look, your eyes. You poor thing. So who did this to you? Oh, your maker. Oh, okay. Well, your maker made you. So was your maker... Oh, you're saying I'm your maker? Oh, okay. Well, let's see what we can do about that. Let's see. We'll give you some good eyelashes and eyebrows, and then use some cool tools. Let's go ahead a little bit of here and there. Let's do that right here. Let's a little bit of strips. Maybe I should do that. Little tiny strips. I'm gonna put that there, and just give her like the cool eyebrows. Let's start. I just want to start with the. Oh, okay. Let's see. I want to make sure it doesn't break. You don't want to have things break. Oh goodness! Don't fall on the ground. I need you to stay together. You know how the things fall on, everything has hair on it when it hits the ground? Like they had a story like, oh goodness. Of course, here am I talking, I dropped more pieces. Okay. I have a whole dinosaur down there. Alright, I have a whole dinosaur fell off the thing. He's like, yes, I am a dinosaur. All right, so there's that one. I don't know, block books. You guys see the names of books? Here's that, right? So there's that. Oh, don't fall off the edge. No, no. No, Tiny, don't fall off the edge. Just here. Tiny for this. All right, there's that. All right, so let's see if I can get this. All right, so here. All right, and let's see, let's go to the bottom of your face. This is hard to do, by the way, because nothing ever is easy. Let's do this here, and this. Let's go ahead and give her the under eyes. Sorry, that one. Under the eyes. See, I'm not much of a clay person, you see. Let's fix your face. Just stop saying that and just do it. Do it. All right, so we're looking at, oh, wow, 1 hour, 31 minutes. My goodness. Okay, well, all right, let's see what we can do here. Oh, my word. Okay, let's see. Let's see what I could do. Let me get some of these tools out. All right, so we got like, her eyes like she's wearing goggles. Let's fix. Oh, my word. Okay. All right, well, we better hurry, shall we? Yes, we shall. All right, so let's go ahead and give you more of a, let's remake your bottom jaw, because apparently your jaw is just like, all right, do your jaw, fix that jaw part, and put it, oh, you look like a giant bug monster. Oh, you're a bug monster. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness, you're a fly. A giant bug monster. Look at you. Oh, goodness. All right, see, that's why I don't work with clay. All right, I gotta use my fingers are too big. I gotta use some of the tools, which I got. So let me show you some of the cool tools I got from the Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby. Okay, where's the back? The back. Oh, here it goes. In Hobby Lobby, I went to and I got this cool set of thing tools, right? Which I have to use really, really quickly. You know. Here goes. These are the tool sets that I got from Hobby Lobby, as you can see. This is pretty cool. So I have this one I've been using, but I'm gonna see what I could do. I'm gonna use this one. Use this one for the first time ever, before her face turns into like a giant monster of sorts. So let's do that. Yep. Let's fix her face before it's stuck like this. And be like, hey, fix that face before it gets stuck like that, you know, kind of thing. So let's see. Like that. Oh, it's kind of cool already. But no, let's really fix it. Let's go ahead and use some new tools I never used before. Let's give her a defining nose. Let's give her a... Oh, yeah, look at that. She's scary. Okay, let's go ahead and just let's make this one beautiful, all right? We make you beautiful. Make you beautiful today. All right, so let's go open this package up and get this one out. When I think of you, and the world's gonna be alright. Oh, I don't want to damage this thing. When I think of you, the world will be alright. So here goes this one here. Let's go ahead and do this. I need this one. Come on up. It's the smallest one. Come on to wherever you are. There, right there. Come on to wherever you are. There you go, right here. This one. Yes. You will be the one I use today. Boom. I said boom, shaka laka laka. Okay, let's fix your face, girl. Right now your face is hideous. Let's go. Let's go. You know what? This is like, I mean, it's a really hideous creature. But you know what? You just keep working on it, you know? That's just the thing. You just don't stop working on it. Even though you make a hideous creature, just keep working on it, you know? Just make her pretty. You just gotta keep going with it, you know? You just gotta, honestly, just don't give up, okay? You don't know how you make it better just by not giving up. Mm-hmm. You see? There you go. Just have a little defining nose and a little defining eyes, and you know, just a little something here and there. See, I just kind of make sure I don't get fingers dirty, so that's kind of working out for me here. Working out for me a lot, actually. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There you go. Talking about. Hmm. Yeah. This is getting there. It's getting there. She's, you know, almost, you know. Wow. Let's give her a defining chin, shall we? Yes. First, it's like, hello, my chin. This is, behold the chin. That's what he called that sound, Bruce Campbell. Well, she's not unbearable to look at, but she's there. She's some work. She's some work, and her cheekbones. My cheekbones are not happy. Why are your cheekbones not happy there? I am a Spider Woman. Spider Woman with cheekbones. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see what we can do. Let's just gonna make her nice and lovely as much as possible. Mm-hmm. She looks like reptilian. It's like she looks like making like my lizard. She's got a lizard eye. This is fun, actually. This is actually pretty fun. Oh my goodness, you look a little scary. Okay, let's just put it back down, shall we? Maybe look much better, like you know, just a little bit more. Oh goodness, now you look gremlin and like isn't that monster from that thing? Okay, let's try and make it like. Okay, all right. So we have us the situation here. This face is starting to look like creatures I know in real life. I'm trying to make it look pretty. I don't even try to make it look scary. Just give it a nice little chin. I'm gonna have to switch up my. This is fun, man. Okay, actually. Okay, this is pretty cool. This is cool. All right, so you probably wonder, I'm making like a face, and I'm making like a creature, and something like so far. She looks like. Oh, the kids are gonna freak out. They're gonna be like, ah! The kids are gonna freak out when they see this. And I don't like. All right, so it's like almost 2 hours. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna like, I want to do a couple more things, but I wanted to make sure I at least make her face, you know. Wow, this is so fun. This is so fun. All right. This is just fun to do. Oh my goodness. Oh my word, I'm having fun. I'm having fun here. I really am enjoying this. This is like, this is new for me. This is new. First thing I ever made. First thing ever made with Milliput, like sculptor wise. Hmm. Oh, this is just too cool. This is too cool. All right, let's see. Like, this is like, oh, this is great. Oh my word. Oh my goodness. Oh my word. Huh? Oh my goodness. This is like, this could be you. This could be me. Okay. I probably should need to stop when I'm ahead. All right. This is like, oh goodness. All right. Let's see. I gotta scratch my nose. See, that's the thing about when you have like these things. You see, this is the reason why I say this. What I do when you have like, you know, I want to show. Okay, I'm just laughing like crazy. You know, I need to do. I need to just I need to stop this right here. This is just like, this is this is so hilarious. Okay, I'm having a good time. All right, so having this right there. This is like, It's like, what you looking at? What you want? What, yo, what you want? Oh, this is great. Oh my word, this is great. Yo, man. Let's see. Oh my goodness. All right, so. All right, folks. I'm going to call it right here. I'm gonna say this is the last thing you're gonna see. I'm not gonna work on anything more here live. I'm gonna do everything offline. But I just wanted you to see this. This is like I love this. I'm gonna go show the kids and get a reaction. All right, I thank you so much for watching my show today. Thank you all for coming and watching this. I just want just want to thank you all again. Again, so pretty much I'm gonna have another show at some point soon. But this is some of the stuff that I wanted to just show you. Oh, all right. Talk to you soon. Okay. All right. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. All right. Have a good night. Okay. God bless.